Hey, Sharon Ballard here, your Georgia Wealth Wellness Attorney, here helping you to eliminate debt with bankruptcy, build wealth with real estate, and protect it all with estate planning. Not everyone that comes to me wants to file bankruptcy, so I just want to give you some tips when you are working with creditors to negotiate a debt. If the creditor has filed a lawsuit already and you still want to try to work out a payment plan with them, make sure you respond, of course, and then once you respond, you and that creditor will begin negotiating. When you're negotiating with that creditor, get everything in writing. Make sure you negotiate a grace period for yourself so that if for some reason you're a day or two late with that payment, you don't want that going to default and then turn into a garnishment. So when you're negotiating with a creditor, make sure that you give yourself a grace period in the contract agreement that they're going to draft up. Make sure that you're making sure that there's not going to be any interest accruing on these payments. You don't want to be paying them and then they're still charging you 21-25% crazy interest rates that your balance will never decrease. So negotiate a grace period, interest, and then make sure you understand that when you're negotiating with them, you're going to sign something that's called a consent judgment. If they filed a lawsuit and you are negotiating, they're going to give you something that's called a consent judgment. It's a payment plan is what they're going to call it, but it's also in the form of a consent judgment. What that means is if you ever default on those payments, they automatically can get a judgment. They don't have to sue you again. You're agreeing in that payment plan called a consent judgment that these are the payments you're going to agree to and these are the terms. But if for some reason, if you default on those terms, they don't have to sue you again. You are agreeing that they get a judgment automatically. And in turn, they can use that judgment to garnish your wages or levy your bank account. So keep in mind, negotiating with the creditors is fine. Just be careful, okay? Interest, grace period, and understand it's going to be in the form of a consent judgment. I hope this information helps, and I'll see you in the next video.